Got a challenge here for the ship crew. Unfortunately, they don't give their name because we don't take it for some reason. We might need to look at that in the future. But I'm about to embark on my own big move operation in the coming weeks. And for $5 per tip, can I please get some tips for moving to a new location? The answers do not all have to be serious. At least one about moving and how to take some of the stress away is what they're looking for. Plus, they've provided a picture of their doggo Thor as partial payment, and they also would appreciate the support.
Give me your advice. I pay you in dog photos.
Well,
please.
Graham just moved.
Yeah, U-Haul makes tremendously good moving boxes. And what I appreciate about them is that they are absolutely randy for the notion that you do not throw these boxes away afterwards. They have printed all over them. These boxes are made incredibly well. They will do you for multiple moves. If you don't want them, give them to someone else. Do not throw these away. At minimum, recycle them, but please keep using them and giving them to people. To that end, I was able to sell a bunch of U-Haul boxes for actual money. So check out like your local Craigslist or whatever. We have a thing here called Used Victoria. Check out your local thing. You can probably get some pretty cheap U-Haul boxes, and they're very, very well made.
Yep.
It's
sturdy.
Yeah. U-Haul.
Huge.
Oh, sorry. Go
It's
ahead.
just a huge thing that you don't really give much thought to. That how much easier it is to deal with moving stuff when you can stack everything at the same size.
Yeah, and you can buy them in bunches, and if you haven't used them, like buy a bunch.
Yeah.
And if you don't use all of them, they will buy back the ones that you haven't
Yeah,
used.
you can just return them.
Yeah, and this is the tech that helped us like stay more mentally stable in the lead up. Just start packing now. Like the stuff you really don't need, right? Don't be like, all right, 2 weeks out or 1 week out, God forbid, that's when we'll start packing. Start packing now, and just like the things that you don't use as much, that you need less, just start making a pile of boxes, because then you won't be in like mad panic packingville for like the last however long before you move. It's gonna make the days leading up to your already stressful event less stressful the sooner you start packing.
Yep. It looks like the person who requested the chat, Thought Prof, is the the chat mentioning their dog just scrolled by. So
nice.
Thanks for letting us know you're here.
I got a tip.
Yeah.
So I recently,
if you can afford it.
I have no idea what time is anymore, but I helped Wheeler move semi-recently, and if you're helping if somebody's helping you move and you've got like parents there, introduce them as not dad or like and not like mom. Like tell me their name, because I was helping Wheeler move into their new place and like moving boxes up and whatnot, and then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna take a break, and a woman pulled up alongside the truck and just like poked her head out and whatnot and was like, is Bob doing any work? And I'm like, lady, I don't know. Bob, I'm just helping a friend move. And they're like, no, I'm Wheeler's mom. And I'm like, oh, yeah. So introduce everybody to the moving crew and help one another out.
Yeah, that's very specific but very useful.
Yeah.
And if you can afford it, hire movers.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
The start packing early is a good one. I remember the time that an acquaintance asked for my help moving, and I showed up on moving day and they hadn't started packing.
Oh, told me about that.
No.
I would be very tempted to just leave.
I was. That was very much a, do I want to be friends with this person? moment. But I decided that I did. And me and the one other person who showed up spent, I don't know, probably about 14 hours getting them out of that house. We just went. But yeah, start packing early.
Things get wrecked and lost very easily when you're in that kind of shambles.
Yeah, don't be afraid to throw stuff out.
Yes.
And when
moving
you're
is a good opportunity to do a ream out of stuff.
Yeah. And when you're actually doing the move, try and like put a person at the start and at the end so that everybody moving in the middle, just carrying stuff around, can just kind of go back and forth. The one person who's the best at Tetris and maybe an assistant pack the truck, and then one of you, in the house just handing stuff to people and getting it out kind of thing.
I find like
Moves quick.
coordinating the Tetris tournament before the move to be a little hard to do with adults. Trying to get everyone together on the same schedule.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, again, with Tetris, you can just have like high score, and let them submit a screenshot or a photo.
Yeah.
With like today's newspaper, so it's
prove.
not like
To
an
prove it.
old Tetris high score.
You want the new stuff.
Yeah. Or something on an emulator.
I would suggest that when you are ready to take a break from your actual moving of physical objects and you're still in your old location, get yourself on Google Maps and drop a pin down in Street View location to where you're going and start wandering around. Just have a look at what your new what your new location is going to be like, what shops are available. Go down some back alleys, find the fun routes.
I mean, I do that just by walking around the new neighborhood.
Oh yeah, but if you're not there yet,
If you're not
you
there
need
yet,
a break.
yeah.
People have a lot of questions for
Depends
me,
on how
like
far you're
defrost.
moving.
If your friend can't like do a double T spin, like they shouldn't be in the vehicle packing boxes.
Yeah, no.
I actually find that aspect of moving, of junking out, like my favorite part.
Yeah.
And I know that's not the same for everyone, but I really like decluttering, and it's a good excuse to do it. And actually going through and finding all of the stuff that you don't use. I think that what you were talking about before about like packing the stuff that you use less often, and then thinking, does this
That's
really
been
need
packed
to be
for-
packed?
Well, because we had to pack stuff to like show our place to sell.
Yeah.
Right.
to
So
make
there
it-
was some stuff that was packed for months that we were like,
Should we move it?
we haven't needed that for a while, have we?
Yeah.
And then we've been unpacking stuff, going, why did we move this? Oh well.
I have one irresponsible moving tip that I do every time I move now.
Oh yes.
Which is, this is a little trickier if you have like a large house or anything, but I tend to live in like decent sized studio apartments, so like it's big, but it's all one room or whatever. Label your boxes with just whatever. I label all of my boxes with just absolute random nonsense. It doesn't matter, because you'll be like, oh, like, where's the frying pan? I think it's over in the concept of fear. No, it's not in that one. All right. Check Vegas dumpster.
You agent of chaos.
Yeah. But I don't know, it makes it less stressful. It's just fun and goofy.
Fair enough.
And, please.
As a counterpoint, though, if you own a cat, put all of your cat stuff in the Schrodinger box.
Oh, yeah. And when we get to the very
It'll be
end
fun
of
to
this,
unpack.
I have something to wrap us up once we're all good.
I think we're there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, speaking of packing, don't forget about unpacking,
Hey-o!
which is the game that Victoria Tran is the community manager for, and we'll be calling into Desert Bus
Ew.
over on Alpha Flight. Segways.
Nice.
That was smooth.
Thank you.
That
Was
challenge complete.
delightfully smooth.